Howdy folks, Azimuth here with some Armoured Warfare news in the upcoming patch 0.16, and the news has been pulled straight from Armoured Warfare's site, so if you've read it you'll know what's going to happen. If you've not, I shall tell you now. So update 16 is fixing some important issues with AW, such as shot delay, game performance. There's also player feedback regarding high tier gameplay balancing, and there's a lot of other stuff that they know about, but that it's done in the background, so you don't really notice it. The developers tend to tell you about the bigger things that they're doing. So what we've got is major improvements to the core gameplay, gaming performance improvements, new vehicles, loot system, updated sound effects, 3 new PvE missions, and a commendation system. That's a new one. So let's get into the major improvements to the core gameplay. A large number of gameplay improvements, according to the guys at AW, and issues fixed will be introduced to AW, and they include the shot delay issue correction. There's an incorrect turret facing issue correction. Small objects slowing down the vehicles, so when you run over that corpse that's in the road and it stops you, that's the sort of thing you're talking about. Shot normalization, and then we have game performance improvements. They've made optimizations to reduce the overall draw calls requested in each map. So I think they're just trying to reduce the load times for each map. So as a result of that, the players should notice a reduction in the amount of frames stuttering or hitching occurring, particularly on lower end systems like mine. There's new high tier vehicles, 2 of them. In the update, they are bringing in the T15 HIFV, Tier 10 AFV, also known as the T15 Armata, and that's the Russian one. There's also the PTL-02, which is Tier 8 Premium TD, and that's Chinese. The loot system, which we've all been waiting for a long time, but when you do something like a loot system, you've got to balance the loot. There's no point overcompensating or undercompensating a player. It's really difficult to strike the right sort of balance with these little reward systems. So the new system will reward players with supply crates full of items to help you with your progression in all kinds of ways. Every time players participate in a match, whether it's PvP or PvE, they'll have the chance to be rewarded by a supply crate. Both the chance to earn the supply crate and its quality level are strongly influenced by the player's overall performance in the match. Well, that's me screwed then, isn't it? With higher reputation scores yielding better rewards, whether or not the player was on the winning team. That's not bad. So you can still have lost the match, but if your rep was quite good, you get a better prize. In addition to that, completing daily challenges will provide players with a reliable way to earn supply crates every day. In the future, new features will also award supply crates. To start with, supply crates in 16 will provide players with credits, global rep, consumables, boosts and insignias. and we have updated sound effects as well. The sounds in AW have undergone a huge revamp for patch 16, and every major sound system has been given new sounds, and they've added several new distinct sound effects for gameplay which previously lacked sufficient audio cues. Can't honestly think what they're talking about there, but you might just kind of notice there's something different without even realising it. So as a result of that, players will now be immersed in a much more atmospheric experience in AW. Okay. Some of the new sound systems include all new sounds for each cannon caliber. Ooh. So a 100mm is not going to sound like a 120mm. Or a heavy machine gun. New engine sound sets for diesel and turbine engines. And we all know what tank has got a turbine engine, don't we? If you don't, you should do. Gear changes and gearbox whine. Unique impact sounds for high explosive, AP and heat. Unique terrain impact sounds. That'll be interesting because when you smack on the ground, I don't know, it sounds like you're hitting metal that's on the floor anyway. It just doesn't sound right. They've even got a sound for turret rotation, ricochets, shells whizzing by. I do like that. And they've got a lot more, but apparently they're going to be releasing more information about the new sounds in a separate article, so that'll be on their site when it's ready. Go and have a look at that one. And 3 new PvE missions. Operation 0 Hour, which I just played recently actually, and the story behind this one is a group of saboteurs have infiltrated the security of a prototype nuclear reactor about to come online and planted explosives within, threatening not only the destruction of the facility but endangering the region, its inhabitants for miles around. And with little time to spare and a large-scale disaster to abate, you must protect the facility, evacuate the civilians trapped in the plant, and put a stop to the enemy's forces in the operation. I could tell you about the map if you've not played it already, but I won't. It's interesting the way they've done it, I think. So I'll just leave that for you to find out what it's like when you come across it. There's Operation Erebus. Now, I must point out, I know 2 of these are definitely on the same map. I'm not sure about a third one. I don't know if it's on a different map or it's the same one. I couldn't quite tell by the graphic. It's a cartel airfield that's avoided discovery so far, hidden amongst all the foliage of a forgotten island, despite the illegal shipments going to and coming from the location that influenced the region's resources and economy. So only by cover of darkness can you secure the site in Operation Erebus, where destroying this tactical point of operation means that eliminating the enemy's financial stranglehold on the region and destroying the airfield, and then exfil to make your escape before the enemy reinforcements arrive. That's the different map one, actually. Like I say, I don't know if that operation's on the existing map or not. And then we've got Operation Basilisk, or Basilisk, whichever one it is. So this is back on the nuclear power plant map. Stolen hazardous materials. Enemies hiding in plain sight. Leafreux, I think that's French possibly, have attacked the power plant that supplies the locals with energy and hoping to destroy the region's largest valuable asset and convenient source of power. In Operation Basilisk, it's up to you to stop the enemy's attack on the power plant and take back the materials that they've pilfered before time runs out. Not played that one yet, I've just played 0 Hour, so don't know how this one plays, but it'd be nice to actually get a game on that one. Now this is something I didn't know about. You sneaky little sods at AW, I tell you. There's a new commendation system coming in, and it's entirely optional. So when a player performs an action that earns them reputation and credits, they now also earn a visual commendation. So these unique commendations are awarded to players for accomplishing any of the following actions: killing an enemy, Slayer; assisting the kill, Wingman; damaging an enemy, a Bruiser; assisting damage, Facilitator; designated damage, a Tactician. I think that's when somebody designates a target to kill and you actually do shoot it. I think that's what that one is. Spotting an enemy, Scout; spotting damage, an Instigator; allies hidden by smoke, shells and grenades, Blinder. So that's something for artillery. Destroying enemy modules, Saboteur; killing enemy crew is a Widowmaker; base captures, Infiltrator; base defense is Defender; and completing an objective is an Operative. The goal of these commendations is to provide real-time visual feedback to players in order to notify them whenever they've earned some rewards. Commendations themselves don't provide additional rewards. So there you have it. That is some info about patch 16 on AW, and you know what, I think the guys are doing a bloody good job. Like I say, the loot system, we all knew it was coming out, we just didn't know when, but now we do. We didn't know about the commendation system, so sneaky one there, guys. Nice. 3 new missions, 2 new vehicles, and the usual sorting game things out, you know, just to make it run a bit better. So there we go. That's all the news I have for you about the patch. So have fun, guys. Enjoy what you're playing. I shall see you in the next video. See you later.